All right. Is Boss Hunts coming back? Let's take a look at this thread and let's see what it says. I actually asked the same question the other day. As of now, there aren't any plans I see to bring them back, but with more and more active players in the games, especially on the Switch now, it is something that has been requested. For now, it's a request to the team, but we don't have any updates if that will happen at this time. Cheers. Hey all, sent a few messages about a few things, one being boss hunts. Can't say they will return, but the info was relayed to the team this morning when I spoke with them. They are aware that this is being requested more. Hopefully, we will see more in game boss hunts show up. And then finally, so that depends. I've been in gaming industry for almost 20 years and each game's team is different. It's not always the publishers, for example, to add it. A lot of times it's up to the development team for said game. After a while, some teams do move on to different projects unless it is a massive online game or MMO or something similar. So something smaller, like a feature request, can be put on the back burner. That is the way the industry works. As of now, I'm still asking about getting updates for everyone. I asked again this morning, so hopefully they will let me know soon. Now, this thread has 27 replies. Out of the 27 replies, the majority are from the same people. So, really, it's just a handful of people on this thread. So, here's the reality every single person working on Garden Warfare 2 either left the company or went to a different game from EA or went on to Battle for Neighborville. There hasn't been anyone working on Garden Warfare in years, right? There is no one working on Battle for Neighborville. They haven't been working on that game for over a year or more. Those devs are working on the mobile game. That's what they're doing. So here's the reality you have devs working on the mobile game or working on some other EA project. Do you think they're going to take away from that time of working on the projects they're getting paid to do to go work on GW2 to bring back boss hunts? Do I see EA authorizing that type of thing? No, I don't. I don't see EA paying them to go to GW2, get that booted up, and then add boss hunts back. And nothing is as simple as it sounds when gaming. Some of the most simplest things you would think in video games are some of the most complicated things. So I'm sure, even though it sounds easy, let's hop on to GW2, let's hit a few buttons, and then boss hunts are equipped. I'm sure it's much more complicated. And there's a reason why those devs turned off boss hunts, cat vs. dinos, and any other game mode that people loved. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It was out of spite. They were salty that Battle for Neighborville failed, and out of that spite, they decided to get rid of boss hunts, cat vs. dinos, the community monthly challenges, because you notice they left the other stuff, but they took away the best stuff. That was out of spite, period. I don't care what anyone says. That's why they did it. So, are they going to come back and bring back boss hunts? I would not hold my breath. I would say no. EA does not give a single care about what a handful of people want in GW2 because that's not going to make them money. That is the way this works. It's all about money. So if you're hoping, expecting Boss Hunts to return, I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't do it. If a miracle should happen and some rogue employees go behind EA's back and go and work on GW2, bringing back Boss Hunts, then we can all celebrate together. And whoever the employees are that does that, they should be celebrated. But I just don't see it happening. And the last thing I'll say is this. Just because you care with all your heart about something doesn't mean that person cares. We have to understand that. We may love Boss Hunts. We may want it back desperately. But those devs, they couldn't care less. They don't care. You think they care? All this time, they could have brought back Boss Hunts. But they didn't. They don't care. And a handful of people getting on a message thread is not going to move them. So, some people on Nintendo Switch are playing GW2. Big deal. How many people? How many? 150 people? That's not going to do anything. The reality is, GW2 came out in 2016, and it's over. Battle for Neighborville is over. And I would not hold my breath on them making another PvZ game that is a shooting game. I think it's over. It's done. And if they ever do make a GW3, we can celebrate together and take a look at it. But I don't see it happening. EA, they're about making money. If it doesn't make money, they cut it out. So I know this isn't the kind of news people want to hear, but money over your feelings. And this is about money. They're working on the mobile game. So I just don't see it happening. If it does, wonderful. Who are the devs that went in there and did it? Let's celebrate them. But anyway, my advice, don't hold your breath. All right? Let me know in the comments your thoughts.